Okay, we're good. We got it.
Kupka. You're late. Trouble on the way. Just enjoying your entertainment.
It was pretty stupid entertainment.
How gratifying. Have you come to defend your father's throne, Lord Rosfield? The Grand Duchy of Rosaria. A realm without a ruler. An army. Even a people. A veritable kingdom of dust. Truly, I see no throne to defend. No!
Well, that was rude. Now you're really gonna get it. You're really
Enough
gonna get it.
of your games, Kupka. Just tell me what you want. Sid's head in a box. Imagine my disappointment when I learned that he met his end at the hand of another. And my relief to learn that you had taken up his thrice damned name. Your master slew Benedicta Harmon and defiled her body.
Still on about this, are you? Because I'm over it.
If you choose to bear that murderer's name, then you shall answer for his crimes.
I wouldn't.
The only crimes I shall answer for are my own. Sid did everything in his power to save that woman, though she was long past saving. And so I did what he couldn't. It was me all along, Hugo. It was you. You killed her.
Maybe. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You gonna throw a hissy fit? Turn into Titan? Because if you do, I'll kill you as
I
Ephod.
am fortunate indeed. I had thought the most I could wish for was to take the life of one he loved, just as he did to me. But it seems I was wrong. And I shall have my revenge. We shared a dream. I would be the king of the world. She would be my queen. And together, we would rule like the gods we are. But you crushed that dream, ground it into dust. Hear me, Rosefield! You will pay for what you've done. I'll tear you apart with my bare hands! And what of you? How many people have you killed? How many dreams have you crushed? You're not the only one who's seen their world fall apart around them. You'll get no pity from me, Kupka. No pity. And no mercy.
I'll just take it. Thank you. Oh! Ow. Oh! You You just cut his hair? Oh. Oh, can't be smashity smash with those, huh? You need a band-aid for those boo-boos?
Son of a whore! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
You are going to lose... sir, you are losing blood. You are going to pass out. Sir, you are going to pass out from blood loss, and that will eventually... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you're gonna pass out from blood loss the more you smash like that, so you should probably, you know, maybe stop. Would help.
I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. You're not. Oh!
There. You mustn't get yourself worked up.
Excuse... What?
Wait!
Excuse me?
Another time, Mythos.
Mythos? Excuse me?
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Well, Luda scum. Who the fuck invited them? Not that that's the biggest surprise we've had today. Where did you learn to do that, Torgal? Not telling, eh? Suit yourself.
Gav, we have to find Clive.
Right, sorry.
You missed one.
We were worried.
So was I.
The Dhalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The twin sides
Mother.
are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dhalmekhs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dhalmekhs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dhalmekhs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
Yeah, I don't like you, Mother. I don't like that you're there, just like witnessing all of this. And what does the flower have to represent and symbolize?
Forgive you.
Yeah, see, Prince Dion, he doesn't like what's going on here.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode for Final Fantasy XVI. My name is RaisinBran. So, last episode we did quite a lot. We did quite a lot in the last episode, starting with the following. We made our way back to Rosaria to go back to our home where Kupka was luring us in to basically for him to come fight us and all of that and to go from there. So we go, we fight Kupka, we learn that Torgal has some pretty incredible abilities, as he is a descendant of a family line of wolves that fought for Shiva. Pretty interesting stuff. So that was pretty cool to see. And because they're descendants of wolves that fought for Shiva, because Jill was in trouble in the last episode. That's what got Torgal to come to his senses and to go from there. It's pretty fascinating. We put Kupka in his place by cutting off his hands. Great, and I thought we were going to kill him, but apparently he was taken away, so we didn't quite do so yet, but we're going to be looking for him in this episode. And it seems like that our mother is plotting something evil, and we don't know what it is. The main thing, though, we got Titan's powers. So just like we got Garuda's, Ramu's, we got Titans as well, along with the Phoenix. So, very interesting stuff. And we also got a visit at the very end with our uncle, because our uncle is traveling with us as we go search for Kupka. And I'm assuming since we're going into this region, which I believe is Dhalmekhia, we're going to be going to this mother crystal next to take out that mother crystal as well. I don't know if we're going to be doing that in this episode. Not entirely sure, but it could be the case. You never know. So we're going to go ahead and make our way to the Velcroy Desert and make our way towards fighting where Kupka is wandering about.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Alright, Riddle of the Sands. Here is our first main quest for this. Also, it is told... so that's where we need to go. It is also told there is another notorious mark, which means that there is a beast that we can fight somewhere in this desert. So I'm going to do my best to try to find said beast as well and do 2 and 1 and go from there. See if I can knock those out.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins.
Because I will say, fighting the one beast in the last episode leveled us up from 30 to 32 in an insane heartbeat. So, just crazy to think about.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
You let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Well, speaking of a chocobo,
Let's go.
let's ride. Because the chocobo makes traveling quite quicker. And I'm kind of happy that I actually have my chocobo as well. It's actually really, really nice. Okay, we get some enemies.
No need to ride from here.
I'm gonna just see what's in this corner, because this is... Oh, blood fangs. Oh! All that for that much XP? Oh, that's worth. Oh, that's worth. Because usually fights that I have been in are not for much XP. But if you're telling me that it's only worth that much... I mean, if it's worth that much, excuse me. That's worth. That's worth. Because then I can fight those creatures, level up, do what I need to do to go from there. Alright. So let's get Ambrosia back out here.
Come on.
I just don't know where the beast that's out here is going to be at. I just don't know. Well, we'll make our way towards, like, our destination for the inn, and we'll go from there. See if we can find anything else at this point in time. Oh, there's people. Lovely. Alright, hold on, everyone. Hold on. I see some travelers. This must be the inn here. This giant building. Just gonna get a good lay of the land. Just to see if I can spot the monster and beast from here. Or we can just get ourselves that works too. I was a little overkill. It's a little too much overkill, but you know, I'll take it. The bandit's bed. Maybe. Maybe. Now you're telling me it's that way? Okay. Unless the beast is in here? I was gonna say, I doubt it, but you never know. You never know.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Alright.
Get him.
A little overkill. Bam! Alright, so where's the bandit's bed? It's up there. Alright. I have a feeling the beast is over there. Again, if I can knock two birds with one stone... I mean, with this beast that's supposedly out here, that would be ideal, you know what I'm saying? So I can go after... I can personally go after...
Have you lost your way already, my boy?
Will you stop?
The ruins mark the road to the inn.
Yes, I'm well aware. But there could be a creature out here that needs to be fought. I'm not seeing anything. Oh! Okay, that's definitely it.
Straight home now.
Alright, that's definitely it right there. Yep, that's definitely it. That's definitely it. Ooh. 10,000 gil for the bounty? Well, that's...
Looks like you're gonna need a bigger sword.
Oh, come on, honey. Well, he's level 34. The one that I fought in last episode was level 38, so... Oh, okay, we need to be careful. Alright, just need to be careful. Because he does have that hard shell. Oh, careful. There we go. Ouch. Oh, hello. Alright, this is not going how I wanted it to go, but at least we're going somewhere with it. Bam! There we go. Ow! Okay. Come on. Bam! There we go. Come on, he's almost done. Bam! Done and out. Look at that. 1100 XP. That's how you do it. And I need those to make the Dragon Slayer cuffs that I need to make as well.
It should have stayed in its shell.
So that is perfect. Now I'm out of potions, so that's always a fun... That's always a fun thing. But we defeated the beast. That's all that mattered. I didn't know what it was gonna be, so I was like, I don't know what it could be. It could be a scorpion, could be a flying thing, who knows what it could be. But thankfully it was a turtle. So I was like, alright, I know how to deal with these. Thankfully I know how to deal with those things, so that's always good. I didn't even have to use my strength tonics. It's always a blessing to have. Yes. Alright, just making our way to the inn. Taking a sweet, delicious time. I knew he was going to be in that corner. It just was obvious. The way that the map was laid out, I was like, okay, the beast has to be in here. I'm gonna fight it. Because again, the amount of experience you get from fighting those things, it's worth. It's worth. If you're able to fight him and defeat him. Alright, let's go over here.
There she is. The good old Dhalmekhia Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
You're so funny, Uncle. Uh-oh.
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
And out come the hoods. All right.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
That's funny. Where's she going? Do you have tables upstairs? Ooh. Multiple floors of dining. Nice. Oh! No way. Joshua's here? What a coincidence.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
You should just go downstairs. But she's going downstairs. So this is going to be interesting. Because if they collide and if they meet, oh, all hell's going to break loose. That is nuts. He's upstairs.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads. but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Take him! Bravo, my boy! Just like that! Titan! Enough!
Bam! Easy peasy.
For your trouble. Advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
So awkward. Oh, but let me guess. She witnessed the battle. She saw the mark of the phoenix, and now she's going to tell Joshua, and things are going to get interesting. And then Joshua's going to go and is going to go searching for Clive, because now he knows that Clive is alive. I know how stories go.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
It's not nothing. You got a presence of Joshua. It's not nothing, Clive. Just be honest with the uncle.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Rawlers said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang.
We should...
Yes. I think I went a little too far. That's my bad. Oh my. Look at the guards.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
It's true.
Then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dhalmekhia, woman of mystery.
That's right.
But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dhalmekhia is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Agreed. Hello.
Anything I can interest you in?
Yes, can I buy some more of this?
Here you
and
are.
some more of this?
My thanks.
Then my thanks. You've helped me quite a lot. Alrighty, let's see.
Light it for Gilbert's sake.
Excuse me.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dhalmekh's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dhalmekhia, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Uncle's very nice. Like it. Excuse me, miss.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dhalmekhia. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience.
You don't know. It be sometimes where you least expect it to be.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Alright, let's speak to this man.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dhalmekhia. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Alright, let's go looking.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Agreed.
Wait, incense! What wax candles?
Excuse me. Are you Furter?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dhalmekhia? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the Desert Hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Great. That was quick.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Okay. Clearly, y'all need to pay attention. Y'all need to learn your lesson.
This one.
Bam.
All yours, Torgal.
Bam! Henny. There you go. They're all done. Hey, boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Take that. Don't mess with me. You think you can beat me? No. You can't. So don't even try.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
Okay.
To the Lock of Leisure.
How charming. How fitting. Can't wait. Can't wait to go.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
It's gonna be marvelous. It's gonna be great.
The most fragrant herbs.
I love negotiations.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dhalmekhia being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
Thanks.
Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
Good. I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have.
You don't know that.
And so, for you, I, too, have nothing.
And how do I know
I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, What do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
So what are we fetching?
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dhalmekhia.
Okay.
Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Alright, follow the crystals. Whoopity-doo-dah, whoopity-day.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dhalmekhia.
It's always so fascinating. Follow the crystals. Now, where would I see any crystals from here? Oh, I see.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Oh no, that's not nice. That's never good. Alright, let's speak with another.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dhalmekhia seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the mothercrystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Appreciate it.
Light, meat, and dark. Fresh from the grill. You wouldn't believe how much you gave. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Dhalmekhia and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
He probably
He'll
has.
be in by now.
Fresh from the capital.
Where did he go? The heck? Wasn't he just here?
Why is the tavern shut?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture.
I'm sorry.
What did you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Appreciate it. Okay, where are you, Byron? Where are you at?
Let me treat you.
Where'd you go? Oh, I see you.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
What are you doing?
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
He's getting information out of him. Ah, clever little sneak.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it.
Hello.
And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
He's so funny.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
Alright, well, might as well go off into the desert to go to the rendezvous. I just think that's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. He's bribing them to get them to talk. So I think it's just hilarious.
Let's go.
Faster!
Alright, let's go, my friend. Keep it up, keep it up. Here we are.
safe.
I'll take it from here.
Oh my god.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Wow.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
Oh. And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the mothercrystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
You're gonna regret that.
It's not over yet, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
Bam!
Get him!
Ah, this is just so marvelous. They think they have what it takes. Bam. Think you can take me on? You can't. So, get wrecked.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. Hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dhalmekhia had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
No, I guess I'll stay. I guess. I mean, if you want me to stay, I guess.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not?
Yes.
To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
My name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the... Ugh!
Here, wear this.
Ooh. Excuse me.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my soldiers back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dhalmekhia is back in bed with Sid.
Great.
Omia Lostelan. Tu Isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Boom! Love to see it. Love to see it. Alright. And there's side quests here. Lovely. But I don't have the time to do side quests. We're gonna make our way out to Drake's Fane and go from there, because that's what we are here to do. So excuse me.
They've opened the gate.
Lubo was true to his word.
Alright.
Should get going soon.
Let's go.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubo?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Dhalmekhia and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But No nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest.
Yes.
I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
As long as you have a plan.
I mean, I got his hands off, so... He got such a big boo-boo. He was crying. Crying all over as he was bleeding out. So funny. So funny. But no matter. We're going to progress. And we're going to enjoy this lovely, lovely bit. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I can't wait to get to Kupka. I want to finish him. I want to finish him and put this all to an end. Because that is going to make me feel so happy when that happens. Alrighty, we're already here at the jaw. I'm assuming that it's going to be right up here, the mothercrystal. Yep, look at that.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert.
Oh, I'm sure.
You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now.
I like that perspective.
A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms.
I like that perspective.
I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, bye-bye.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Ooh, you better say that. You better. You better say that. Oh, yes, ma'am. It's gonna be good. This is going to be spectacular. Great. Well, we might as well go into Drake's Fang. We might as well. We might as well finish what we started. Might as well. I'd be down. I would be down. Aw, you boo-boo hands. You little boo-boo hands. You can't use them. You boo-boo hands.
Fuck! Why did this start?
He's a whiner. Alright.
What is that gutter rat done to me?
Oh, you know exactly what he did to you. My gosh, you have such a temper tantrum. Naughty. You can go time out.
Out of my sight, witch!
Oh.
I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
But I took your
How would you
power.
have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A mother crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo?
I don't like where this is going.
Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did? you.
Blech. Blech. So boring. You're doing this out of pity? That your girlfriend died? Not my problem. She caused it. She insinuated it. So she deserved it. So now you feel pity and you're upset about it that I killed your smoochy smooch. And that's what I'm saying. He's such a whiner. This man is a whiner. Don't get it.
Muthos is here. Very well. It shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Oh. This will be fun. Alrighty, we're in Drake's Fang. Alright, Torgal. Oh. Blood. Oh. Oh. That's a theme in this universe? Great. Just great.
Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
This will be marvelous. Alright, Into the Darkness. Another quest. Here we go.
The Beastmen part of the Waluda army now. How the hell did that happen?
No idea.
They spotted us.
And whoosh. You don't match. Get out of my face, bro. Alright, let's go.
Taken over the entire mine.
It's fine, they're no match for me. They're just dorks. Bam, honey.
So much for the men of the Rock. Dhalmekhia's finest.
Seriously. Ah! Okay. Moving on. Bam.
Get him!
No match for me. Moving on. At least we're entering through the mines to get to where we need to go, which is always a good thing.
Animals. You should never have left my ship. This one.
Bam!
Over here.
And bam! Bam! You think you're clever.
It's over.
Nice! Level 33, let's go. That is great. Oh! Right. That is good. Good. Keep leveling up. Keep leveling up, Clive. This is good. Because now we're level 33. And the recommended level is 28. So this is perfect. It's perfect.
Won't be going any further this way.
Well, that's not good. What are you saying? Oh, this way? Okay.
Stairs.
Always nice.
This must be the way out.
Bam. You think you're a match for me, but I'm just gonna be honest, you're not. You're really not. Alrighty. Do I need to go that? Yes, I do. Mike. Oh. I got quiet. Oh! You big boy. You're a big boy!
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here?
Ouch.
Too slow.
Bam! You think you're so strong, but you're not. Bam! Bam! Nicely done. See, just one giant crazy dude. 200 experience. Crazy. Crazy. That was nice. Well done. What's up with the gates? Oh! Oh, okay. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting there.
By the flames. Come on, Torgal.
I swear. This is all too good to be true with just me and Torgal. If something happens to the dog, I'm going to be upset.
As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
I will be upset if anything happens to this dog. Just saying. At least I didn't use any potions in fighting, so that's always a blessing. Let's go ahead and enter. Ha ha! Okay, there we go. We did it! We're good. We're good. All good. Oh boy.
Let the trial begin.
Oh, you're a big boy.
With me, Torgal.
Big boy, are we? Bam! You thought you could hit me with that? You're so funny. This is just unfortunate. This is just upsetting. Oh, hello. Ow, okay, that actually did some damage. Come on. Oh, ho, 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 ho. God, that's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Bam. Too easy. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Oh, too easy. Too easy. Alright, very nice.
Seems we're expected.
Just a little bit.
So this is the power of Muthos.
You keep calling me that, darling. Oh, good.
Did the orcs do this too?
I sure hope not. I sure hope that's not the case.
More of them.
Over here! Stay down. You're finished.
Bam. Don't even.
What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me?
Oh, before I go on, ability points. How many do I? Okay. Do I have enough? Can't even upgrade that. That's unfortunate. Judgment Bolt. That's something I would love to learn. Earth and Fury. That's also something I would love to learn. Oh God. All right. I'm gonna hold on to the ability points. I'm gonna hold on to them for now. Okay. We're just gonna hold on to them. Bravery. Some opponents will use the ability Bravery to invigorate nearby allies, enhancing their performance in battle. Look for that icon and defeat the targets quickly, or risk taking... Oh, interesting. Can't mess with me. Bam!
This one.
Very nice. Gonna go around the side.
First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima?
That may be the case. I'm gonna go in this door real quick. Oh, I can't. Well, that's quite a shame. Oh, lovely.
This won't be easy.
Bam.
This one. All yours, Togo. Let's go.
Oh, that was a lot to deal with. This is where I need to be? No, this is where I need to be. These doors right here. Here we go. Alright. Come on, Kupka. Bring me Kupka. I want him dead.
You've been busy, Kupka.
Well, by busy, you mean temper tantrum.
But where did you go?
You might as well just go and destroy
Heart.
it. You might as well just go destroy it.
He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle.
Alright. Let's progress. As apparently we might not get to Kupka in time and he's gonna do some nasty stuff. And it will not be good. Take that. There we go. Alright. Getting close. Lovely.
last of them.
Ugh. Alright. Oh boy.
Benedicta, my everything.
Just kill him.
I've missed you so much.
No one cares about the dialogue, just kill him. Oh boy.
I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
Great. She just has to be naked. Like, this is what's so bleh. Oh.
You got away from her. Benedicta.
Oh.
I'll kill you, Roswell.
Oh shit, he's priming. Not now. Come on. Find him.
Come on.
You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without.
Come to me, Ifrit!
Look. So, like, if you're not Joshua, because Joshua's elsewhere, who the hell are you? Oh. You better. Nope. Oh! Titans emerged. But he's got no... Oh. I have to fight. Oh god. Ow. Bam! Come on! Come on. I have to remember how to fight as Ifrit. It's been a while. There you go. Oh, there you go. Get the combos. Get the combos. Bam! Come on. Oh! Come on. You're no match, Ifrit. Whoa! Ouch. gonna get your heels. I'm gonna break your ankles. Alright, come on. Oh! Get wrecked, bitch. Bam! Oh! My god. This is great. Oh, this is marvelous. Come on now. Nope. Oh. Oh.
Nice trick. But if you can do it, then so could I!
Oh! Oh, lovely. Alright, Clive has learned the ability Brimstone. Hold and release to emit a violent explosion. I got it.
Let's give this a try.
Oh! Very nice. Come on, baby. Oh! That is really powerful. Oh my god. Ouch. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. I think I missed that, damn it. Work. Come on. Bam. Oh! Ow! No! Oh, God. Ow. Great. Oh! Ow! Emma, huh?
Thunder help me. It's do or die. I'm coming, Kupka.
Alright, I kind of like the music. It's kind of a good vibe. Alright. This is kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Oh! Yep, there you go. Work. 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 Parkour. You better parkour, Hanny. You better freaking core. Yes, ma'am. Oh god. Let's keep going. Oh jeez. Come on now. Bam! Well, that didn't do much. Ouch. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh! Ow!
I've got you now.
Let's fight. Ouch. God. Come on. Bam! Work. Whoosh. Work. Bam! This could be a long battle. God. Oh, God. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ouch. Come on. I mean, there's really nothing much else to do, but just to punch his... Oh, ow. Oh, there we go. Bam. Oh. Just spamming buttons, darling. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Bam! We're getting there. We are getting there. You know, for this being such a cool battle, like, the music is just throwing it off. Personally, it's cool. I like the take on it, but it's just throwing it off just a little bit. Oh! Ow!
You're mine.
Oh! I have no arms. Come on. Come on. Oh dear. Come on.
Heads up, Hugo. Your time. Here is past. And this one is over.
Still fighting. God, he never gives up. Bam, come on. Come on. Bam. Come on. Ouch. Oh, lovely. Ah, come on, Titan. Bam. Oh, that did a lot. Bam. Nope. Bam.
From the mothercrystal. If you can do it.
Oh. Oh my god. Whoosh. Yes, ma'am. Oh. Oh. That battle was a little too long for my taste. But nonetheless, he is dead. He is defeated. Ouch. Well done. You. Who are you?
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter, the time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Joshua.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
The death of a mothercrystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You better watch your mouth, sir.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dhalmekhs at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dhalmekhs suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
Well, this is marvelous. I was not expecting that to happen, but go off, King. You better work.
Forgive me, Terence.
You better.
That you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Now that's love right there. That's love right there. That's marvelous. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's empowering. Oh, it's so full of pride. I love it. Yes, ma'am. You better work, Hannies. You better work. Mm-hmm. You better work.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this?
My father's orders. What were they? Quickly! Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and... Gah!
Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
You better go together.
What is it now?
Oh.
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
Oh.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix.
Yes, ma'am.
You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
Interesting. Go on. Alright, out of the shadow.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Yeah. Yeah. Or we just ended right here, and we will continue this in the next episode. Wow. That was really great. 1905, first off. Do I have enough? What is 1895? Oh, I could learn this. Oh. Because right now I have I don't have that equipped. I have Raging Fist. And I have Wind Up. Yes. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to save the points. We'll save them for next time. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to end this episode right here. We will continue this in the next episode. Because this is now getting to the point where this is getting intriguing. Intriguing to the point that there's going to be something happening. Because apparently, as we know, Mother is being very suspicious with her evil schemes. Olivier, supposed to be the emperor now? No, it's supposed to be Dion. Dion's supposed to be the emperor of the place that he's from. And from the looks of it, from what we've seen, Prince Dion is tired and done with everything that is happening in his own kingdom. He wants to, like change it and everything and all that. So I think Dion is going to be on our side because Joshua wanted to speak with him about something very important, and now they're talking about that, so that's fantastic. And now with Titan dead, now we have 2 mother crystals remaining, which is crazy to think about, because now we have the mother crystal here, which is where this lovely place is. I'm trying to remember where that is exactly. And then we have a mother crystal here. So there's 2 left. We've got 2 mother crystals to defeat. But it's just like, it's just so fascinating. The further and further we progress, the more and more that it gets interesting. My thing with the Battle of Titan, it was pretty epic, but then when you got to the music, it just kind of threw it off a little. That's just my take. Don't get me wrong, the music was cool. The music was a mood. It was definitely a mood. It just wasn't the right kind, in my opinion. It just didn't give the battle the emphasis it needed, as cool as it sounded, because it just made the battle just like, I'm just pressing buttons and now I'm doing that. Like, I like it when I have to work to fight the boss. I like it when I have to work and I have to try. When things are just given to me like that, it's just like, meh. Don't know what to tell you. But we will continue this next time. We will go from there, and we will see what awaits us in the next episode. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this episode for Final Fantasy XVI. Please feel free to leave a like if you liked what you saw. Feel free to ring those bells and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, because I am interested to see what your thoughts were. We are 11 episodes in now on this series. Nowhere even close to being near a finish line. This game is big. This game is massive. And I love it. Absolutely love it. So, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm also tired and I need to go to bed. Yes, it's late. It's very late. So, with that being said, as for right now, this has been RaisinBran. Thank you once again for watching this episode for Final Fantasy XVI, and I will see you in the next video.